Hello, friends. So let's understand what are the key challenges being faced by the Indian agriculture in this current 21st century. Major challenges being faced by the farmers, the farming community, and the traders who are dealing in the agri commodities. Let's see what are those challenges. So there are six major challenges what the agri sector is facing as of today. One being the flagship insurance scheme proposed by the government, that is the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. This crop insurance scheme is facing a launched in 2016, have gone through more than seven crop seasons in the past 3 years, and it's facing a lot of issues with reference to the private players not making profit. The farmers are not happy with the insurance what they are getting, and overall the scheme is running in a loss, and people are exiting from the scheme, be it farmers or the providers, insurers. So this is one issue which is prominent, which needs to be worked upon. Then there is about the refineries of edible oils. The utilization of these refineries have reduced sharply as per the data reports which we have received recently. It has reduced from earlier 65% to 46%, and I think if half of the refineries, edible oil refineries, are not in use, are either shut down or running at a lower capacity, not at the optimum level, it's a big issue in terms of the investments what we have made in those sectors, in those oil seed processing plants. That is all not yielding the results, and the investments are stuck, and a lot of productivity and unemployment issues are allied with this issue. So that is something needs to be addressed as well. Then there is definitely the climate change issue, which is we all are aware of how people are protesting against the climate change and what the government is not doing much in terms of shifting to clean energy. So how this climate change is making the weather pattern erratic and difficult for the farmers to cope with the meteorological department to understand what kind of kharif season, what kind of rainfall will happen, how will the rabi season work, and that is a big issue for which is rippling down to all the stakeholders, be it farmers, the beneficiaries, to the insurers, the private companies, and the government as well, who is subsidizing and accepting waiving of the loans time and again. So that is there. Then there's the inland fishery has a great potential in India. However, we have not reached that depth. We are not leveraging the full potential of the Indian fishery, and that is something needs to be worked upon. That is something needs to be improved in terms of infrastructure setup and exports and everything. Then another issue which is pretty significant is the agri export, agri commodities exports is shrinking. I mean, it's not growing at the right pace. The growth rate is shrinking, has shrunk to 0.8% this from the previous fiscal year, and that is something very worrisome, and that is mainly happening due to non-tariff barriers. So what we can do in terms of creating the nice to counter those non-tariff barriers at the European and Chinese companies, countries. So those things are to be taken care of, and these issues are to be fought head on to improve our agri sector, because the contribution of the agri sector to the economy is still one-sixth of the total GDP, and that's a big amount, and a lot of people are dependent on this. Another issue which I missed, which I just referred, is the cattle feed, the cattle yield. Now, the cattle's, cows and buffaloes and others, what they are producing, the quality of produce and the productivity can be much enhanced uh, with the help of importing semen and some hybrid and stuff. So those things can be explored, and a lot of yield can be increased. So that is something which can be explored because we are not that productive in terms of our cattle productivity, cattle produce productivity. And similar extension is to agri productivity as well. We need to improve our productivity of agri produce. That is way below other economies like China, comparable economies like China, United States. So we need to work upon and improve upon the productivity part as well. So these are the main broad issues which are hitting on the our agri sector and which are hitting on all the stakeholders in this sector, from farmers to traders to government institutions to insurance companies. So it is important that it improves, and this budget is we are expecting something to come up good.